We're doing a new piece tonight. We'll be calling it sporadic segments where we might have a shorthanded staff like Arjun and I right here, but right now we're just going to do a couple of segments and we're just going to talk about it. So first off, we're going to start doing a tier list of some of the best celebrations that are either just like iconic and that a lot of football fans should know. Okay. So the first off, as you know, it's an S tier. So we have S, A, B, C, and then D as the lowest. So we're just going to start off really quickly with the gritty. We know Justin Jefferson came out with this during LSU and on his first career touchdown. It really took flight. And a lot of people have been doing it, but it's kind of almost treatable like the dab, where it's just, it reached a peak and then it's kind of just downhill. It's like weird now that if you do it.
I couldn't agree more. Feel like this is starting off with a heater in this new sporadic segment. And where are you thinking to put it? I'm thinking to put it either A or B tier.
Yeah, I'm thinking A or B because I think that if we're gonna just look at like a timeline, like over time, I definitely think that it should be like B. But if we're looking at its peak, definitely S.
Yeah,
But
I
if
feel like this is one of oh sorry, Brandon.
no,
I
no,
feel
you,
like this
you
is
go,
one of
you go,
those
you go.
this is one of those celebrations that now it's hitting the older generation. Like no heat to Mike Gesicki, but if you've watched any Bengals games recently, you've seen that I'm not gonna call him old because he's still in his 20s, but he's hitting that and he looks like he's gonna be in a wheelchair the
Yeah,
way he's
no,
hitting it.
he looks like
So
he looks like the uncle at the family reunion that just scored the
yep,
touchdown.
yep. The family Thanksgiving football game that's coming up soon for a lot of the viewers watching at home. That's Mike Gesicki.
Yeah, I think we'll be comfortable putting this at B.
I'm confident with that. The fall off was just too hard.
Yeah. Okay, going at B. Next one, really iconic. If you know football, you should know this celebration, the Lambeau Leap. Typically just a Packers tradition where it's really renowned, but we've seen other players like begun to jump into the stands and have more interactions with fans during touchdowns. I think this has to be high.
Yeah, I think this is the unanimous S tier of the list. This is a tradition that's gone on for north of half a century. It's iconic. It's something that has never died down. But at the same time, there's also never been a peak. It's been consistently steady. It's your Mr. Reliable. It's your prime Keenan Allen. It's your prime Adam Thielen of celebrations. And you can't ask for anything better. It's not a home run hitter, but it'll get the crowd going. And for those fans that for those seats to maybe get a Lambeau leap from Josh Jacobs or someone, or Jordan Love, maybe. S tier. Not a doubt.
Putting it at S. Kind of feel bad for those fans that have like drinks with like the celebration. They just like spill it all over the guy. Or we've also seen a couple times with like Terrell Owens where he just like takes popcorn from the fans. I mean, what if that guy's like, where'd my popcorn go?
Hmm. And that's expensive popcorn too.
I know it's like $13 for 4 ounces of popcorn.
No butter. None.
Bring your own butter.
Bring your own butter. Yeah, that's right. Nasty little syrup butter.
Okay, so the next one, we're going back a little bit farther in time. The Sanders Shuffle. Deion Sanders, known for his little shuffle that he does in the end zone. We definitely could have put his high step in here, but we're just going to go with his shuffle as a more touchdown celebration than anything. It was predominantly done by him, so I don't know. Where do you think this should be up on the list?
Well, I feel like this is one of the more tricky ones because Deion Sanders he started, I'm not going to say he started the whole persona thing in the NFL because there are multiple people with high personas and brands and all of that, but I feel like Deion Sanders really took it to a new level, and he had this swagger to him, you could say. And dare I say, it might be coming back from his son. I'm not sure if you saw the Shiloh clip
Yeah, I saw that.
of when I think he was a pick, maybe a pick six, and he shuffled his way over to the end zone. So I would say this is either an A or I think this is a solid A tier.
I don't know. I honestly just because of the fact that it's not celebrated like as much. The only time you're ever going to see a
Mhm.
Sanders shuffle in a game is if you're playing with or against Deion Sanders. So I think that if we put the gritty at B, I'm not sure you can put the Sanders Shuffle above a gritty. So I think the shuffle should go at C.
At C?
Yeah, at C. I'm not. It's
You
just
don't.
the,
Whoa!
now. Okay, now if this was the high step, this would definitely be A. But this is the shuffle.
This is crazy disrespect to the Sanders name. The legacy. The legacy is being revitalized by Shador in his little sorry watch,
Yeah,
right?
Shador has a better. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The Shador, this
Whoa!
celebration, I think, right now is better than the Sanders Shuffle because, okay,
Have you
first of
heard
all,
the song? It makes my ears bleed. Have you heard the song?
I've not heard his song because I don't really listen to. If I'm gonna listen to music, it's gonna be by musicians, not. Yeah, I'm a football player by trade. I'm a rapper by heart. I don't go by any of that stuff. No, but
Absolute
you.
blasphemy.
Okay, so okay. Do you want to just set? So you think it's an A? I think it's a B. Do you want to just settle for C? Or
Let's say
sorry.
B minus. B minus.
Okay, well, let's just put this at B. Okay, next one, LaDainian Tomlinson. Probably the most simple one of the most simple celebrations in here. Just hand on the head, flick the ball. And that's what you do. I don't know. I think it's easy. It's like anyone can do it. If you can't do it, then you must not have an arm or have terrible rotator cuff issues. So I
Hey,
mean,
justice. Hold on. Justice for those with terrible rotator cuff issues, okay, Braden? We are inclusive here, okay? Those rotator cuff people, individuals that have sorry rotator cuffs,
okay,
we
well,
pray for you.
if you have a rotator cuff and you're doing a touchdown celebration, I don't know how you're playing football if you don't have a good shoulder.
Touche, touche.
Okay, but
Let's.
anyway, the Tomlinson flip. What are you thinking? I'm thinking this could be like
If
B.
if we put the gritty and the Deion Sanders shuffle in B, this has to be C. This has to be C. If you think it's anything
Yeah,
higher than C,
yeah,
you're off your rocker.
yeah.
That's what you are.
I really think that the Sanders shuffle should have gone in C.
Oh my God,
No, okay,
disrespect.
it's just
D1 Colorado haters over
okay.
here.
If you watch every single college football game, how many times are you going to see the Sanders shuffle?
Once, twice.
Once, twice. How many times are you going to see LaDainian Tomlinson, like any player, do like just a flip?
I feel like it's once or twice. Nobody's replicating LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Well,
hate to break it to
if
you,
it's the
but
same,
Deion
well, guess
Sanders
what?
is more
You said
iconic
one or
than
two.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
You said one or two for the Sanders shuffle, and you said one or two for LaDainian Tomlinson. So why aren't they on the same level? How many times are you going to see a gritty? More than two?
Probably.
Yeah. So I think the Sanders shuffle should get bumped down to C with Tomlinson at C.
I don't see that's the issue though. Deion Sanders was more
It's not
iconic
putting
than
disrespect on his name if you move
no.
one of his
He was more
celebrations
he was
down.
more iconic and had more swagger than LaDainian Tomlinson.
I know, but
LaDainian Tomlinson had a personality,
we're looking at the celebration iconicness, not the person.
but the person has to be
Dude, look at
like
the
get
person. The
into it.
person in the S tier is Jordy Nelson. You think that guy has more swagger than Deion Sanders?
Hold on, put some respect on Jordy Nelson's name right
Yeah,
now,
no,
all right?
he
We're
was a
not gonna
dog, but
talk.
I'm not saying that he's gonna be more flamboyant and iconic than Deion
Whoa,
Sanders.
crazy vocabulary right there. Flamboyant. Wow. I gotta Google that. Hold on. Flamboyant. Flamboyant.
When you find
Trending.
flamboyant, it's going to come up with Deion Sanders.
Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So what are we gonna put? Tomlinson at C.
Yeah, Tomlinson at C. And
Okay.
don't you touch Dion.
All right. Okay. Now this one is easily the easiest of them all. The Tyreek Hill peace sign. He's known for doing it, and the NFL is known for finding him for it. And that's why he got his gloves that had his own peace sign on there, which I thought was pretty cool. But I definitely think this has to be A. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. If what are we judging this off of at this point? Because at this point I'm confused. Are we going for iconicness?
Okay. So when you think of I mean, I thought iconic celebrations would also kind of be like good celebrations. Because you can't have a super, if we're going to put like a super iconic celebration that is absolutely terrible.
Hold on. I was thinking Tyreek Hill was D, and you're thinking it's
What?
A.
What?
I don't think it's all that.
Okay, you really don't, bro. That is so much It's so
It's the inner
simple.
Chiefs fan in you. I swear to God, it's the inner Chiefs
It's
fan in
not
you.
just the inner Chiefs
It's
fan
that
in me.
he
If
brought you a
you,
championship.
dude,
That's why
you,
you're glazing. This is
this
what it
guy
is. You're
is.
glazing.
How much disrespect is it if you're taking an angle on a guy? You're thinking, okay, I think I got him. When you get to the sideline and he's 15 yards ahead of you, and you're like, oh crap, I'm not getting him. He turns around, puts up a peace sign. That is just ultimate disrespect.
Do you know what's
So,
even more disrespectful?
what?
Hitting the gritty and looking back at them, or hitting the little shuffle. That's more disrespectful.
Okay, well, okay, this is what I'm thinking of. We're ranking iconic celebrations based on like how good we thought they were.
Then this is horrible.
I think this is a fine list for right now, besides the Deion Sanders. But if we put Tyreek Hill's peace sign at D, what are we doing?
We're spitting the truth. That's what we're
Why do we?
doing.
This is not like the what? This is not the truth. This is the false. This is the lie.
Lies. Hold on. This is how I know you're lying to my face. You're a Chiefs fan. He brought you a championship, and you're trying to tell me a peace sign is worthy enough for A tier, but a whole dance and a whole culture is in B tier.
A whole culture. What culture are you?
Oh my God.
Are you saying Xander Shuffle
2022,
is a culture?
the gritty as well. Oh my God, the gritty took the world by storm. You had people in Ghana hitting the
Do,
gritty. Who in the
do
world
you
in
think the
Ghana
Xander
hits the
Shuffle took the
gritty?
world by storm? You
Oh my
think you
God.
think people
Oh
in
my God.
whatever third world country you think they're sitting there and oh what's the place I can't even think Uzbekistan and they're like oh, the Xander Shuffle of course no
Yes. Yes.
dude
You have no
okay,
idea how
so
good Deion
if you're
Sanders was.
running if you're
Oh
running
my God.
dude the eat my dust piece that is a universal that's like a smile everyone knows that if you're running and you do peace that means you're gone that means you are winning whatever you're doing you're scoring the touchdown you're scoring a
And
goal.
a gritty isn't more disrespectful?
I
Are
think a peace
you
sign is more
kidding me?
disrespectful than a gritty right now.
Are you kidding me?
If you if you are a safety running to track down Mike Gesicki and he throws a peace sign at you, a tight end to a safety as a peace sign, that's like, okay, I know I'm faster than this dude. That's disrespectful. If you see this I don't even know, this lanky weirdo start gritting into the end zone like he's a grandpa that just got knee replacements, you think that's going to cause more disrespect? That's going to be like, what is he doing? That is just weird.
No, he's dancing on you. Let me ask you something, Braden. Have you ever played Fortnite?
I don't play Fortnite.
Okay, so after you kill someone, you dance on them, right? You don't throw up a peace sign. What are you doing, man? You gotta dance on them. Dance on them. That's what Mike Gesicki does. He dances on them. I genuinely cannot believe that you think, and the inner Chiefs fan in you thinks that Tyreek Hill celebration is better than the gritty and or the Deion Sanders shuffle.
Let's just move on. Okay. So this is probably one of the least well-known celebrations. It's the Choppa City Juke. Jacoby Jones of the Ravens was most known for doing this. I believe Chad Johnson back on the Titans also did this a couple times as well. Did I say? No, it's not
Yeah.
Chad Johnson.
You mean Ocho Cinco?
No. Who is the? Oh, I cannot believe I'm blank. Chris Johnson. What am I thinking? That was extremely casual of
Casual.
me. Chris
Casual.
Johnson back on the Titans. So I definitely cannot do an explanation right now. But Arjun, you've seen the clip of it. I think that this is probably like you have to be so skilled. Like this is the type of thing that you spend an hour and a half in your bedroom trying to do before you master it.
This looks like the TikTok girls before the TikTok girls. This is an
But
A tier. This is an A tier celebration.
Yeah, I like this celebration. I mean, if I score a touchdown and this is your celebration, there's definitely not going to be anybody's like, "What was that?" That'll be like, "Whoa, that was actually pretty cool."
We've all been in our rooms in like first and second grade thinking about celebrations to do after we play a sport. Whether it's a home run for baseball, a goal for soccer, a touchdown for football, we've all thought of a celebration that we might do. This guy turned his childhood dreams into reality. He whipped out whatever that was and it looked cool. That's an A tier. Sentimentally and like coolness wise. That's an A tier.
Gonna agree with you on that. So now the next one, another throwback from the Bengals, the Icky Shuffle. This is definitely one of the more, I don't know, corny celebrations. You jump, 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 hop, 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 spike. I mean, I don't know. I think iconicness, this is definitely iconic. If you say the Icky Shuffle to someone, they're going to know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know. I think this could probably go like C.
C tier. C tier.
All
I
right.
feel like that's not more iconic than the gritty. I feel like if you hit the I don't know.
You actually forgot. There's it's hop, hop, hop. It's shuffle, 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 hop, 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 spike.
Oh, okay. Took me by surprise there.
And so, okay, the next one, the Victor Cruz salsa. Just means, pretty.
I mean,
If you know how to salsa, I mean, you could do it.
if that's swagger, that's your roots,
I mean,
that's your culture,
I mean, he
that's the
took.
New York.
I mean, he took Jason Derulo's song pretty literally. Take you dancing.
Yeah, he 100% did, and he lit the New York market on fire. He did that in the Super Bowl.
I
He
feel like
showed 400 million people. Wait, how many people watched the Super Bowl?
I have no clue. I really don't want to do a stat check right now. A lot of people.
100, north of 100 million people. How to salsa. I feel like that's swagger. I
C.
feel like this is A tier.
No, this is not A tier. You think Victor Cruz? I didn't even know that was a celebration until today.
Maybe
But
it's because I'm from the New York suburbs.
yeah, no, I think there's definitely that bipartisan factor of view. But if you honestly think about putting the Victor Cruz shuffle over the gritty, you might be insane.
Just like your peace sign.
Okay, I feel like there's definitely a couple arrangements we could do. I feel like the gritty should probably go to A.
Yep.
Do you want to just make those?
Yeah.
All
Ready to
right.
go to A.
Yeah, gritty go to A. I think everything.
In front of the yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, and then where did we say to Victor? I don't think this is. Oh no, I think the Victor Cruz one should be. I almost want to. Yeah,
Okay, I can settle with
I
Victor
feel
Cruz
like the
being
Victor
B.
Cruz one is a top tossed up between B and C.
Yeah, I say like B minus.
So what do you want to do? Do you
B
want to put it?
minus or C plus.
Do we want to put it at
Above
like
Ladanian?
Do we want to put it at like the back of B or like the front of C?
I'm thinking front of C.
Yeah, let's do that.
No disrespect, Victor.
Okay.
We love you.
Now, finally, another pretty simple one. Ezekiel Elliott's Feed Me. It's pretty simple. You lift your arm up, you rotate your wrist as if you're eating soup, and then bam, just feed me, give me the ball, tote the rock. Zeke was known for it early on in his career, and right now, I think it's really he's starving right now. I mean, he definitely does not
Okay.
have enough food.
Hold on. No, 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 no. Zeke back in like 2015, prime Zeke, prime no potbelly Zeke, prime
Oh,
no Wendy's
hey,
Zeke.
hey, 2015 was almost 10 years ago, bud.
Okay, don't bring that up, man. I'm about to cry. I'm gonna laugh at. We got Rico Dowdle. No, but like prime
Ashton
2016 to
Gene
like
T on the come up.
2019. No, Jerry isn't smart enough to draft him. No, don't just. Oh
Uh,
my God, it's bringing back the nostalgia of us playing the Steelers and it being an actual competitive
I
game
remember
on
watching that
Monday
game.
Night
That
Football.
that game was actually awesome. I
And he
watched
hit a
that live.
hurdle, and he hit a hurdle, and
Yeah,
then
that
he
was
didn't
dope.
keep on going because he stumbled, or like he ran out of stamina, or I don't know what was going on. But then after that game, Everything seemed to go downhill. And then Zeke got a little bit fat, and then he got shipped to New England, and then he sucked, and then
He came to the Cowboys and then he sucked.
and yeah, and then he's back again, and now we don't even use him. So I'm kind of trauma dumping right
Okay,
now. I don't know
but
what to do with
just
it.
just his celebration, like at the prime, I think this thing is definitely A tier.
Well, you're doing better. I was gonna put that in B tier. That's crazy.
I think we could put this at A tier between the Gritty and Choppa City.
Yeah, this might be my bias and my nostalgia, but like, feed Zeke, man. Mike
All right,
McCarthy, what are we doing?
finally, we'll jump it back to Tyreek. So
D,
nothing in what?
D,
Oh
D,
my gosh,
D.
I can't put
Don't
this
even
in
talk to
D.
me.
No,
You're
okay,
literally a Chiefs fan. Of course you can't put this in D. The rest
I
of the
know.
world,
What
you
if
guys
we? Okay,
lost today.
no, I'm not putting this in D, bro. No, the okay. If the rest of the world is putting this at D, you are not football fans, bro.
D, bro, D, Bo, Bo, C, Bo, Tyreek Hill, and
D,
D.
bro, Debo, James Harrison, bring them all on. Lakers and five.
Like it's above. Shout out Shannon Sharp. No, but that's got to be D tier.
That's not D tier.
You're smoking. It's D
I
tier.
am not smoking, bro. You are.
You're off your rocker, bud. It's D tier.
Dude,
Rock, paper, scissors for it.
I'm not sure if your wall is like freshly paint or if you've been just like around it too much all day, bro. There's something going on with you.
What does that mean? Okay, hold on. Rock, paper, scissors for it.
Rock, paper, scissors, bro. Okay, wait, hold up. Where do I want this? I say this goes front of B.
In front of Deion Sanders?
In front of Deion. It's okay. If it's his high step, nowhere, no, absolutely
Okay.
not.
But
But
this
if
is a
it's his
shuffle,
shuffle,
man.
this is his shuffle. This is his secondary celebration, Arjun. Think about that. You're meaning to put Tyreek Hill's primary celebration below, not just below, way below Deion Sanders' secondary celebration.
You're giving me an aneurysm. That's what you're giving me right now. I hope you understand that. You want to put a peace sign in front of a do 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 do. Come on, man. What are we doing?
Okay, fine. Rock,
What
paper,
are we
scissors.
doing?
Is it out of one or out of three?
Out of one. And no lag. Don't say you lagged or something, okay? Because
Okay,
otherwise
fine.
I'm gonna lose it. All right, you
All right,
ready?
you
And
ready?
no crayon. No crayon.
What is crayon?
Crayon beats paper.
That's a New Jersey thing. What are you talking about? Okay.
Oh, you live in okay.
All
Ready?
right. Yep.
And shoot. Like rock, paper, scissors,
Yes.
and shoot. All right, you ready?
Okay.
Rock,
Rock,
paper,
paper, scissors,
scissors,
shoot.
and
No, just do rock,
and.
paper, scissors, shoot. There's no and shoot. It's just shoot.
There is and shoot and rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
You just. You
Rock,
don't.
paper, scissors, and shoot.
Okay, fine. We'll do that. Okay.
Rock,
Rock,
what are you?
papers,
Scissors and
and shoot.
shoot.
Dang it.
Where are you?
I did paper. I did
Yeah.
paper. Okay, fine. It's going at D. All right,
Wake up
sit
now,
down, Arson.
face the
Sit down. You're
sun.
embarrassing yourself.
Pop my now and turn the nut. Might as
Sit down. Sit
well
down.
must be done.
Sit down.
Yeah, he belongs there. He's a fraud. He got arrested.
Okay.
Fraud.
Well, I mean, here's our list. So, what do you guys think down in the comments below? Let us know. Okay. Now that we're done with the tier list celebration, we're just going to jump on and we're going to do just a couple debates. So, we're going to name two players, maybe like past and present. We're going to just compare like who we like more. Okay. Let's just start off with the receivers. Calvin Johnson or Randy Moss? Who are you taking?
That's such a difficult question because Calvin Johnson cut his career short. But I mean, Calvin Johnson was a freak. Wait, is this prime?
Yeah, prime.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so Randy Moss, you would literally need to double team him every play.
But that was the
You
same with there was like clips of Calvin
exactly,
Johnson. He looked like a gunner on punt return.
exactly. He was a freak. But the only thing was that Calvin Johnson was more physical. You can make that argument that Randy Moss was more physical, but like looking at his frame and his body, Calvin Johnson was more the physical guy. Um, but the thing is, like, Did the Lions win a Super Bowl with? No, they didn't.
No, bro, no.
No, they haven't even been to the Super Bowl.
Okay, no. So what I'm thinking about when I just compare players is not like the team success that they were on. Otherwise, it would easily go to Randy Moss because he had 20 touchdowns and went undefeated except for the Giants beating them in Super Bowl. But then, Lions never really did anything. They might have squeaked into the wild card, but I'm purely looking at impact on the field. And I know that when you have a guy like Calvin Johnson at 6'5", 240, that runs a 4.3. Randy Johnson, what am I saying? Holy cow. Randy Moss, I just have the Johnson stuck in my head. It's been a long day. Randy Moss, 6'4", like 215-ish. So, what are you laughing at?
Nothing.
But
No.
Calvin Johnson, I think, is just they're like around the same speed, but Calvin Johnson has 30 pounds on him, and it's just like also his mentality of like team first guy. He will lay his body on the line for any catch within his 8 foot vicinity. So I really do think it's Calvin Johnson better than Randy Moss.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Calvin Johnson is just a freak of nature. I feel like this is one of those things where you take athleticism over the numbers. And even though Calvin Johnson had probably comparable numbers to Randy Moss, um, I will take Calvin Johnson here.
I mean, yeah. If you just look at the length of the career, obviously it's Randy Moss because he played longer, and kudos to him for like having a resurgence. He was like 31 when he went to the Patriots, just
Yeah,
turned up out of nowhere.
Braid's Randy Moss is a
Yeah,
freak.
almost like a Baker Mayfield revival.
Sam Darnold,
No, not Sam. He's been kind of playing bad
he had
lately.
23 fantasy points today.
I know, but the Baker Mayfield resurgence has been a lot better than a Sam Darnold
That's too
halfway
fair.
through the season, right?
That's too fair.
Resurgence. Okay, now our last thing in our sporadic segments. Let's go over Ray Lewis or Luke Kuechly.
You see, this is one of those things where do you want a master of the game or do you want the physical master of the game? Like the mental master,
Yeah,
the physical master. Because I feel like both are just
yeah.
incredibly
This is
good
so like
players.
comparable, like between Calvin Johnson and like Randy Moss, because both of them had lengthy careers with a lot of success, and another one of them was really good for like a short amount of time, like 7, 8 seasons, but then had their career cut short due to injury concerns and just injuries. But honestly, if I'm thinking about this, I really like Ray Lewis more, not just because of like his physical factor. I mean, he was like 6'1", 250. He's built like a defensive end. But he was fast. He was pretty good in coverage, not as good as Luke Kuechly, but a physical run stopper. And not just that, he set the tone on defense with his leadership. I mean, I've never heard more invigorating speeches in my entire life than when I hear Ray Lewis talk about grabbing that deck of cards and just doing push-ups and sit-ups all the time. I mean, that gets me ready to go.
Hmm. I feel well, we're actually not going to disagree on this topic. I was going to pick Ray Lewis. I was going to bring up the 52 card story and why that was his jersey number. He's just kind of a stand-up guy. I like Luke Kuechly a lot, but there's something you can't beat about intimidation factor, like a physical intimidation factor. You can get the mental intimidation. Football at the end of the day is a mind game. You could argue, um, but it's also a physical game. You can't win unless you're somewhat physical. So Ray Lewis was a freak of nature, man. I mean, even at his days in Miami, him and Ed Reed together when they were at Miami and even in Baltimore, Ed Reed being his partner in crime, that definitely helped him. Luke Kuechly didn't really have anybody. He was kind of a one man show. And I feel like if Luke Kuechly had somebody, this could be a different conversation. But I feel like the Ed Reed part helps this part out a lot because I mean Ray Lewis was just a freak, man. I mean you can't really like put it any other way. I mean that team won a Super Bowl. Luke Kuechly had an opportunity to, didn't win a Super Bowl, and that's not to blame it on him. But legacies do matter at some point. Championships do matter. Yeah, it is a team sport though, which I understand. But I just pick Ray Lewis, man. He's just that guy.
Yeah. And with that, we will be closing out our very first sporadic segments piece. We'll be doing this every couple weeks, but either times when we're short staffed or we just want to feel sporadic, hence the name. So just make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to follow our socials, especially our Instagram at Coastal Feuds. We want to get those followers up, get us a lot of views. And thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.